Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see on the screen, for only $100, I promote whatever you need on my social medias and my website. That's my Twitter, Facebook, Insta Stories, YouTube community, and my website, like I said, which will be featured on Top Box, www.doggiediamondstv.com. Hit me up on Instagram at Doggie Diamonds for your promos, serious inquiries only. Must be cash at ready. Let's go. And as you hear them chords start, you should already hit the like button. Well, it's afternoon, man. If you're on the West Coast, it's the morning.
Yeah,
We're not playing. We definitely got to get to it. We got to put in this work. You can't work. You can't win if you sleep. We're not billionaires. We don't make money in our sleep. We got to get up and work. We got to put in that work. Get your rest, and then you get up and do what you got to do. So without any further ado, I present to you. Shout out to everybody in the chat room already. Without any further ado, I present myself. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. You should already know what goes on here. The interview KING, that's who I be. I do interviews for a living. I talk my SHIT, my sugar honey iced tea for a living too. It's a certain time, so I can't let out what I really want to say. But yeah, without any further ado, let me bring my guests on the screen.
What's up, man?
There you go. They've been waiting for you to come back. Introduce yourself to the people.
Man, I'm OG Bri-Dee out of Compton, California. My page is Urban Realness, aka Urban Real. You can catch me on the West Coast, from the West Coast, as you know. And it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with Doggie Diamonds.
Yeah, we've been tinkering with the time a little bit because there's so much going on. This happening. So yeah, we had to, but we getting it. We making it happen today. OG Bri-Dee, the last time we left, we was talking about prison. I think we could kind of end off there. I think we got into a little bit just in case it's something else they want to know. But I think we ended that on a note where we gave out a lot of the information that was needed. You was gonna stab somebody over the chair, stuff.
Yeah, I was out of my mind.
Yeah, we went. So all right, but I do want to ask you this. What was your first time you went to prison? Your first time you was ever arrested in your life?
The first time I was ever arrested, the first time I was ever incarcerated.
Arrested and then incarcerated.
Oh, okay. Well, I did a couple of stints in juvenile halls for shootings. But the first time I went to jail for stabbing a white boy at a race riot. See, contrary to what people believe, in California, we used to have race riots at our high schools.
Yeah.
So my cousin called me. I went up to the high school, ended up stabbing the white boy. And I went to jail for that.
So they used to outright be racist to you, like the N-word, everything?
Yeah. When I was in the 7th grade, we got bused to the school. And they used to chase us home, N-word, all through the city of Westchester, which is a black neighborhood now that's fully integrated. But the mothers and fathers be like, the ninjas went that way, because I don't use the N-word. The ninjas went that way, they're that way. And they used to chase us home.
The parents used to send the kids to chase y'all?
Yeah, when they, we getting out of the 7th grade. This is 1976. And we'd missed the bus, school bus. So we're going to catch the RTD because we were young gang members. Me, Killer from 107, Hoover, T-Bone from Gangster T from 8 Straight Gangster, Baby Capone from Raymond Crips. All of us are older Crips now. And we went to this school. We got bused to this school. We used to go together because we were the Crips and all Crips got along. And anyway, we'd get chased. It'd be older surfers that were like 24, 25 years old, the little El Caminos, whatever not. And they tell us walk across the street, it's a stop sign, and they try to run us over. Niggers, get out of Westchester, that kind of thing.
Yeah, wow.
And be directing which direction we were running in.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was very racist in California.
And the parents was even down with it to get y'all out of it. Wow.
Yeah. They didn't want us going to Overwrite Junior High School.
Wow, that's crazy. So so you got a slap on the wrist for stabbing them or something like that? How did that work?
No, my stepmother recently passed. Rest in peace, mother now. She had my last name, so we used to finagle, right? She'd come up to the school. I'd cash her out for, act like she's my mother on the driver's license. So when I went to jail, she came and got me. And it was like, all right, I'm not going to tell your father, but this is what you got to do for me. And so I like, all right, Brother Val, I was already hustling. So they let me out and I ended up getting probation.
Got you.
That was the first time. The second time I went to jail, I went to go get some rivals and got caught up. Police swooped on me. I told my homeboy go knock on dude's door. And when he knocked on his door, when his mother, called him to the door, I was going to do what I was going to do. But
in front of the moms?
Well, it was going to do it at his house, whatever, he was a shooter.
Yeah.
So while I was waiting in the front yard with the double barrel gauge, police swooped up on me and I went to jail for that.
Reason why I'm asking you is because I wanted to know what was your mind state at one point, because you have described to me at one point you was absolutely out of your mind at one point.
I was out of my mind. He was a strike, and I wanted that strike, so, and it worked out where it didn't work out, which was a good thing. And then I went to jail for a murder, and a robbery. And I hit the pen when I was 17. I was the first 17-year-old to hit that pen.
So at this time, you 17, what year is this?
I turned 18 in 1982.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking you this is the early 80s. So you're still living in Compton?
Yeah, but I had a scholarship to go to any school I wanted to go to.
For what? Scholarship for what?
Academics.
Oh, okay.
And I had a scholastic scholarship with the continuation I went to go to any school in the United States for a ride. I had just passed I scored the highest on the aptitude test, and for the service, I was going to go to the service. See, it's like my boy Bodacious from Compton neighborhood, one of the co-founders of Compton neighborhood said, when we were young, none of us wanted to grow up and aspire to be gang members. If you would ask anybody what you want to be when you're going to grow up, we say a different thing. I wanted to be a neurologist or a pathologist. I either wanted to know what's the continuum of the brain or what is the defeat of the brain by being a coroner. So I never anticipated going to prison in the 11th grade.
So at this time, like again, like what is your day to day like? Cause I remember when we was coming up, our day to day was, let's get up, let's get some 40s, get some little hairy chicken wings from the Chinese restaurant, split the wings up, and then let's go find somebody to beat up and rob. Was it the same way in Compton?
Yeah, but the thing is, the majority of dudes my age, we went to high school.
Yeah, I ain't go to school.
High school is that's where all the gang activity was.
Oh, okay.
That's where you sculptured your rep. And so our day but then we go to second period, that was roll call. So we could skip all the other classes. Everybody was gone by 12 noon, it's out of here. We out of here. We get to second period roll call, and that was that. So our daily routine was, I wake up in the morning, get fresh, wait on some of the homies. We push the school together, some of the homegirls, and we see if we can get in something with adversaries, rivals, if it was something there, whatever, it's on. And they used to always tell me, Lil Bri, go fire on that Pyru right there. Knowing I couldn't fight. So I go fire on, bam, and they'll bum rush. They used to escort me to class because I was already known as a shooter. So Pyrus used to be waiting on me down by room 84. I used to be like, damn, man, they waiting on me, Brax. He's like, I'm going with you, don't worry about it. So him and Lebo from front of it, they walked me to class because they were outstanding fighters. So I go by and walk by the dudes, whatever, Then when we leave school, it was all about shooting dice, getting money. But me, I was a different type of animal. My thing was, man, I'm finna go bust. So I get on my beach cruiser. I had a blue Poop Maxi moped. And I used to get on my moped and I'd put bullets in all my pockets. And I'd take a 38 and a 25 and I'd make my rounds, and I'd start like 10 miles outside the neighborhood, and I'd make my round through all the blood gangs and shoot them up. Then make it back to the neighborhood on my moped.
So, and that was just your recreation?
Yeah, that was my high.
Damn. And what, because I'm trying to figure out why and how did you get into this mind state? Like, what was it in you? Was it your home life? Was it something happened to you? Did they ever do something to you that made you want to do that? What made you get into this mind state?
It's like, imagine a rapper that's at the pinnacle of success. And he steps into a club and he's young. All the females know him. all the other rappers, even the ones that are on the same level as him, are envious to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
So now imagine in Los Angeles County, a county of 20-something million people or better. Imagine the inner city that you're 5'7", 5'8", 120 pounds. And you step in here and all the girls like, are you Brian Berkeley?
Mm.
That's Brian Berkeley right there. And when you walk out of stores, dudes will say, man, that's Brian Berkeley right there.
Mm.
And you're 15, 16 years old. And you have all these accolades placed upon you. So the reputation predicated all the accolades in that world.
Mm.
But it was rules. So, and we abided by the rules. And everyone on our street knew our names. They knew our nicknames, but they knew our government names.
Mm.
And we knew Miss Taylor, Miss Johnson, Miss Clark, Miss Anderson, Miss Wilson, Miss Tillman, Mama Perkins. So it was a difference. So we hung out deep on the corner, but they didn't fear us.
Mm.
So my reputation was predicated on the accolades from all the girls.
Gotcha.
And then the rock of the dudes, the fear factor of the dudes, man. It was like a high. I never bullied anyone, but it was like dudes walked real light around me. They used to call me Flim Flam, the homies, because they said, we don't know if you flam today or if you flam.
Was you?
I was out.
So was it the? I don't know what y'all was drinking. Was it the MD 2020? What was it? Wild Irish? What was it that made you? What went off in your brain besides the clout? Because we get clout, but then it's a day. You know, you have an off day. You know, I'm chilling.
Okay.
You was on it all the time, though.
Yeah, I was a gangbanger's gangbanger.
Got you.
You know, you couldn't be around me unless you was a shooter or unless you was with business.
Got you. I don't know how you got kicked. He got kicked out somehow. I'm gonna bring him. I'm gonna get him back in. He got kicked out somehow. I think he got to turn his phone turn his phone on airplane mode or something like that. Because people will see you live. Oh, there you go. Here you go. All right, we ain't got to worry about it. He's coming right back right now. People will see you live and then do all of this madness.
Okay. Am I here?
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me just get you right back on the screen.
My phone
There you
on,
go.
Man.
Yeah, you know, people will see you live and then they'll just start calling you, doing all types of madness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
okay. You know,
I
was just a gangbanger, man, and you. Not all of us are cut for that. Like, you know, you have gangs. Everybody's not a drug dealer. Everybody's not a shooter. Everybody's not a bank robber. Everybody's not a player.
Mm-hmm.
I was all of them.
Mm. So in today's society, we would say it was the clout. The clout was on $1 billion.
Well, with me, it's like my homeboy Moose told one of the young homies about 6 or 7 months ago. It was 3 of us, you know, and he said, "Dog always wanted the reputation. He was the reputation hunter." And what I would do is I would go downtown LA where all the buses park. Imagine where all the subways park.
Mm-hmm.
And Tagger in New York hits every subway that he knows is going to go through Harlem, Brooklyn, wherever, however the subways go. That's the only analogy I can use. I'm not familiar with that.
Yes.
Well, I would go all the gang members went to the back of the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to the back of all the buses. The 84 that went up Western. This is through the heart of all kind of rolling 60s, 8-train gangsters. So it's different little LA gangs. The 832, the 117, the 834. All these buses went through all the black gang neighborhoods. The 92, the 33, the number 3, the number 2. I remember like yesterday. I would go to the back of and I'd write my name all over them. I'd have a crayon. That's what you can write on windows with. I'd have a safety pin. That's what you can engrave the windows with. I'd have my marker lot, and that's what I'd hit up on there. And I have my small cans of paint.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit up the back of every bus that goes through every gang neighborhood. After they clean the buses out, I'd sneak in them. Mm. Then I would go down all the main streets and graffiti my name on the walls. And then the next day I would go to those high schools with a sweatshirt on how big this Compton is. Mm-hmm. I would have 118th Street, Corver Port, Compton Crip on my shirt and little Bri-Dee right here. And they're like, "You want to be?" Yeah. And then I pull out a gun, like, "Who y'all don't get along with, homie? Let's go." And so I built my rep because I was so entrenched in that environment, man. You could become it's a paralysis. You can be so locked into it that it became If it was a family reunion today and the homies was doing something today, the hell with the family reunion.
Yeah.
If moms was getting an operation and one of the homies just got shot and we got to go put in work, I hope you all right, moms.
Mm.
Nothing came before the set. Nothing.
Mm.
That's how deeply I was entrenched in that.
Which end up eventually, you end up doing a hell of a lot of prison time. How many years in total have you done in prison?
Shit, I just did 18 years straight.
Mm.
Before that, I did like 6.5, 7 straight.
Mm.
That's right there, 25. Then I did 6 more on top of that. That's 32. Then I sat in the county 27 months fighting some bodies. That's 34. Man, shit. More than half my life.
And we're not glorifying, because since then you have changed your life. You've been working, man, doing what you got to do. Not an active gangbanger anymore. You're not out on the street busting and firing on nobody. You know what I'm saying? And now you trying to you were working with the youth and trying to educate them that you're gonna go to jail forever if everybody not gonna make it.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna go to jail forever. See, I was fortunate. That's why I think I got a purpose in life. But the thing is with me now, I do tell dudes this: don't let the new me make you think that the old me doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Please don't. Don't get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't wear that person on my sleeve, and I no longer subscribe to the madness of that individual.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to understand, we grew up in the era, man. I did. James Cagney, Edward G. Robinson, all the gangster movies, right? White Heat, Lil Caesar, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
You guys grew up in the era of Arnold Schwarzenegger killing 1,000 dudes.
Yeah.
You know. So, and then I grew up in the era also of not necessarily Shaft, but Coffee. Excuse me, the black, what do they call them? Blaxploitation films?
Yep, blaxploitation, yep.
So I grew up in all, Killing Whitey, Cotton Comes to Harlem, J.D. Walker, things of that nature. So you grow up seeing this fake blood, but it desensitizes you when you're sitting up here looking at it all day. If you sit up looking at GTA all day, Grand Theft Auto, and the way it's so realistic now, what is a child gonna do when he sees a guy wreck a car, flip over, and get his head decapitated?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be, that was just like Grand Theft Auto. So he's desensitized. Yeah. So we became desensitized.
Mm.
But now, like I said, I'm collegiately educated. I hold my own. I'm giving 5 years of my life back to my community to equate all the negativity that I've done. I have no fears. I don't roll with an entourage. I roll solo bolo. I say I'm an 8-man army, my damn self. And that's me in a nutshell. I'm trying to do anything I can that's positive for the community. I work with the homeless, and I have my hands in a few other endeavors, and that's that, man.
So, this is the part where we have to address some of these online characters and some of these characters. You had a discourse, depending on your perception, good, bad, or indifferent, with Wack 100. What was that about?
What that was about was this, man. And I'm gonna address this because it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not addressing it, clout chasing it, and all that other stuff. Because I can give a fat rat rear end about that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a street reputation. I have all the clout in that world. And I'm making fast track in this new world. The thing was, as a black man, as a man of color, when you see young brothers constantly being assaulted, character-wise, who are in pursuit of something other than the streets, and you have a person that's sitting up here, this person is this person's that, then putting snitch jackets on. If you're a person of the streets, you already know. You put a snitch jacket on the person, if you can't stand on that, your demise is gone. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, this is the popular rumor. I don't know. I'm not from the neighborhood. I wasn't there. But unfortunately, they say Nipsey called a dude a snitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he called it. That's the rumor. That's the allegations. I don't know. I wasn't there. I was incarcerated. So let's put the disclaimer right there. But from the wire on the streets was he called someone a snitch and the dude did what the street dictates. Mm-hmm. You didn't have no paperwork. So that's unfortunate. So by Wack 100 constantly calling the dude snitches, calling them out of their names, saying the New York guys aren't this, the Midwest guys aren't this, and that as he's so active in the streets, I got tired of it. I got tired of hearing this, but I'm like, damn, why don't you attack other cultures? Keep the playing field even. So I served it. I'm immaculate. There's nothing you can say about me. Let's keep the reality.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who's ever said anything about that man, he's gotten right back at him. He tried to pull some smut up or he tried to say something. You can't say nothing about me. You can't say nothing about me. I did 18 years in prison, didn't mess with no boys, masturbated, didn't duck no wreck, picked up that knife. Didn't owe nobody, didn't turn into no junkie, never made a statement to the law. So that aspect of my record is literally clean. Then we jump to my street life. There's no questioning my street reputation. There's no questioning my full-fledged gangbangerish reactionary status when I was into that. I was a gangbanger moment. So it was nothing you can get on me. You can search high and low. So I just got so upset with that I said, okay, I'm going to step up to the plate. I'm going to verbally address this and I'm going to serve him. And there's nothing that he could say about me. And he can ask anyone he wants to ask. So when I served him, I did what I did. I'm cool on him, live your life, because I had to learn a few things about, man, come on, you want to be what we are. You never were. You know, you were around certain people, but I had a lot of dudes around me who could say, I know Bri-Dee, man. Oh yeah, I was locked up with Bri-Dee, man. Oh, I was with Bri-Dee, man. Psst, and what that mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was locked up with thousands of dudes, you know? So, and then I'm like this, you know, all the comments, you finally searched or finally somebody did it. That's akin to me pulling up to a prison and somebody saying to me, that dude's a snitch or that dude's no good. I'm like, so what you telling me for? Really, I'm getting away from you because you should have been having. So all the people that put online, man, it's about time somebody served him. He didn't clap back. The OG shut him down. F you. You should have stepped to him. When he was doing all this, and he's still doing what he's doing because, you know, I said once and I said 1,000 times, he's a social media sensationalist marketing genius. He is the Jerry Springer of Clubhouse, and Jerry Springer lasted 25 years. He'll never ascend to, I'll even go to say Montel Williams. Yeah. He'll never get to overstep, but you do what you do, get your bread, how you gonna get it, stay in your lane, but slow your roll on talking about certain individuals that's trying to make it, man. Because not only now that I did what I did, other people would do it. And people are getting fed up. He tried to attack you. And how can he attack you with the platform that you have? I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about the platform in life.
He said, I never heard of you before. And then I said, you want to be a podcaster? You following me. You bigger than $1 million worth of game. I was interviewing them before they even had anyway. But like I said, I am the pioneer. Yeah. But see, my thing was this, and I want to address something that I said in my discourse with them that people misconstrued what I was saying. So when he said to me, why you didn't, if you knew I was in Miami, why you didn't pull up? I had to let him know I am a licensed firearm carrier. I'm not allowed to go pursue anybody. I can only defend myself. So there is no way that I'm going to go look for somebody because that's first degree murder. You understand what I'm saying? I just let it be known that I am a licensed firearm carrier. I'm not in pursuit of anybody. And just having, discourse doesn't mean. See, with him, he think discourse leads to violence. That's all he know. But he ain't get down with nobody yet.
But that's just this because
facts.
Okay, I'm gonna say this to anybody out there's listening and myself. This is coming from me, and I'm speaking for everyone that lives like I live. Any man that's transformed himself and has harmed another human being, that's his demon he has to live with daily, and he wouldn't wish that on no one else to have that feeling. Of certain things that I've done in the street. I've never harmed a woman. I've never raped a woman. I've never been in spousal abuse. I've never harmed a child, and I've never harmed a civilian. So I thought. And then I learned about the ripple effect. If I did something to Doggie Diamonds, then he has a mother, he has a sister, he has children. So the ripple effect. So I did harm them. Yet in my head, it used to be Doggie Diamonds is that top gangbanger from the rival set. That's what I'm in pursuit of. I didn't pursue mediocre dudes. So with Wack 100, he was a mediocre dude in the street life. So I wouldn't have never pursued him. He's the type of dude I would have pushed up on and I would have scared him to death. And I wouldn't even stop him. Just my mere presence in that world would have scared him to death. And he would have went back and told his homeboy, man, I ran across Bri-Dee today. Man, like, damn, he didn't bust on you? No, he just talked to gang and shit and took my rag from me and maybe burned it. Because I used to make them burn their rags. That was the biggest insult. So I'm just saying.
You used to make them take their own rag out and burn it.
Yeah. Well, wow. You had a choice.
Wow.
I'd give you the lighter. I'd give you a blue lighter. You had a choice. You had a choice. burn it. I didn't care if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock in the morning, burn it. And people just like, look at that little boy with that gun. See, it wasn't cameras and stuff like this now. And black folks wasn't snitching on black folks like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so with him, it was just basically, you know, you always constantly saying, this is on that, this is on this is on that. I'm not the voice of Compton. I'm not the voice of Carver Park. I'm not the voice of the West Coast, okay? And I'm not the voice of the Crips. I'm just a brother that's the same complexion as you that got tired with another brother tearing down brothers on a regular and consistent basis before they even have a chance to really make it out the door and make something of themselves. So that's what it was. So with him, he woofs all that gang stuff. First off, at our ages, there's no way we're supposed to be woofing gang. You'll rarely hear me say cuz.
Mm-hmm.
I'll address you as black man or bruh, you know. So, and yes, I am from where I am. I'm a non-active gang member, and that stigma stayed with me, and I'll acknowledge that I'm from Carver Park, Compton, Crip. That's what it is, accepted or rejected. I don't care, bruh. But this is the package of me. But it's just one facet of me.
Mm-hmm.
So with him, everything is always, that's on this, that's on that. Children do that.
Yeah.
So that means you want to be something that you never were. So you have a platform now to be the big bad wolf. And your minions are the little pigs where you'll huff and puff and blow their houses down. So they're going to do whatever you say out of the fear factor. So that's you, man. I'm not knocking, not hating on you. It's just I have a distaste on anyone that constantly tears us down. So, you know, he didn't clap back. There's nothing he can say. You can dig all you want. You can even do the false craps that you do. I seen you do to a guy the other day. You told some guy that he was raped in Los Angeles County Jail. He had a broomstick stuck up his rear end. And the other guy said, well, where were all the bloods at when this happened? You mean tell me they just let this happen? See, in our world, if you engage in, if you got raped or you engage in homosexual activity or anything of that nature while you're incarcerated, it spreads like wildfire. And then the respect factor is gone. And you can never come back from getting raped. Never. That's it. Same. You're a snitch, got raped.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Your name is tarnished forever.
So
you know,
yeah. So Charleston. Which Charleston are we talking about? Because I see different sides of him, different facets of him. Sometimes I could see him very, very intelligent. Sometimes I could see him very, very you know, he's very intelligent, very articulate, and he says he's a character. But which one bothered you the most?
What bothered me the most, which I came to find out in the latter date, because I didn't see anything but the character. So what disturbed me with the character was you were saying no brothers from California can come to Texas. You were disrespecting the culture that I'm a part of, been a part of for 40 plus years. And my neighbor's been out over 50 years, and I've been a part of my neighborhood for over 40. You disrespected, you're saying I'm not disrespecting Aramis, I'm disrespecting Nipsey. It's one and the same. I'm Bri-Dee, I'm Brian Berkeley. There's no difference, bro. Everything I am makes me everything I'm not. Everything I'm not makes me everything I am. So it's the same individual. So that disturbed me, but I didn't find out it was the character of the latter. But this is what was the most disturbing part. Let's say Doggie Diamonds is a 9 trade, just hypothetical. I'm throwing this a hypothetical out there. And we have a guy in California saying that blah, blah, the 9 trades, New Yorkers can't never come to California. And if they do, we gonna kill them, and all this rhetoric. And I'm a 14-year-old honors student, and my auntie lives in 9 trade neighborhood. And I come out there with a UCLA jersey on or a Los Angeles Dodgers jersey. Now, I didn't disrespect a high-powered 9 trade who was a hell of a rapper and the pace setter in the Ken and Nipsey Hussle. And you're 16. And so you ask me, where you from? I'm like, and you're a gang member now, bear in mind. I'm like, I'm from Los Angeles. He's like, no, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Los Angeles. You bang? Nah. But I got on the Los Angeles Dodgers. You shoot me in the head and go back and tell the rest of the 9 trades, I got one of them LA motherfuckers. That's the 16-year-old mentality. So I was saying, what about happens when that 15-year-old boy comes out here with Texas Longhorns on, and he wants to go see world-renowned Crenshaw on a Sunday night, and it's a 15 or 16-year-old rolling 60 right there asking, where you from? And you just disrespected rolling 60s, neighborhoods, Crips, nips, and so on, and you just centered on them. That 15-year-old honor student that came out here to visit his auntie and wanted to go on Crenshaw got his brains blown out because of what was the rhetoric that was coming out of your mouth. So I went to Texas to dispel that lie. So brothers in California could see, brothers in Texas ain't got nothing against us. Now, and I found out Johnny come lately that this is his character, but you have to understand this, Doggie Diamonds. Words aren't value neutral. That's why I don't use the N word. I can't subscribe to the theory or the thing of that's our word now and we can use it as a term endearment. It's not a word of endearment to me. I don't use it. I don't let it come out of my mouth. You will never hear me utter that filthy word. You know, so words are not value neutral. So when you say F Nipsey, F neighborhood, F roller 60s, F Cali dudes, those words aren't value neutral. That's like the judge saying, if you're on trial for 5 murders and you're saying, and they don't have you documented as a gang member, and then I get on the stand as an expert on gangs and say, oh yeah, Doggie Diamonds is a gang member. I remember when he was 14, he was supposed to kill it. And it's just, hey, disregard that to the jury. Like the jury's really going to delete it and not remember it. So it's the same thing when you're saying F California, F 60s, F Crips, F this, and then you say it's a character. You can't just delete that's in a person's mind.
Because it's already been said.
It's been planted. So that was my whole purpose with him. Then he shot at me. This is the biggest rhetoric he shot at me. I talked to OGs from LA and they checked him. Impossible. Our politics. A dude from Los Angeles cannot dictate to a dude from Compton. That's like me being man from what is it called? Cheyenne? In what's the island over there? Where Wu-Tang Clan come from?
Oh, Staten Island. Shaolin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like me from Cheyenne dictating to a Bed-Stuy guy.
Ain't gonna
it's
happen.
not happening.
A Brownsville dude can't even dictate to a bad. But we
now
so
you understand what I'm saying? A LA Crip can't dictate to a Compton Crip. So he tried to get on there. Yeah, I got it. The OGs from LA, and they got it. Bri-Dee and never. It's just that I don't engage in social media spats. I'll say what I say. Then you could talk about this peanut head. You could talk about my skinniness. You can talk about whatever you want to say about me. I'm not going to respond to it because I'm not going to give you the mental space of having to formulate something to come out of my mouth pertaining to you. Now, if you and I are in a one-on-one, I'm going to hold my own, but I'm not going to actively pursue, oh, let me say this about him. Let me say that about him. No, sir. That's a distraction for something I can be doing that's beneficial to me financially and beneficial to generational wealth for my grandchildren. So, but I'm going to address certain things. We have to as men. If a man called me a bitch, now I got to address that. See, we don't play that bitch shit. You might do that shit down south somewhere and they call themselves that and be jokingly or whatever. Nah, you're not going to call me no bitch, no buster, no mark. If you do, I'm not going to punch you in your mouth. When I see you, I'm going to slap you. See, because I learned the power of a slap from a man slapping a man. I could slap the shit out of a man that's 7'10" and 500 pounds, and he could beat the dog shit out of me. But what everybody going to remember is he slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. So, what's the other word y'all use out there? Weenie?
Yeah, he's a weenie.
Yeah, that made me laugh. He's a weenie, like weenie, like
you're a weenie. Yeah, you're a weenie. Whack a weenie, man. You know.
Okay. So with him, he has said some things that I agree with. So it's you do you feel like he pick and chooses when he wants to be a character and when he wants to be real? Is that the issue?
You talking about Charleston?
Yes.
Now this is the thing with him, man. He's a dilemma. Or is the word enigma? Which one is it?
It might be enigma. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I agree with some of the things he say. And see, that shows my character. And it's not all about me, but I'm just saying, I always tell a person, we agree to disagree on Compton Radio, the show that we have on Clubhouse, up under the banner of United Streets of America. We agree to disagree. But it's how you disagree. I don't have to disagree with you and call you out of your name. So, but it's like he defeats what he's doing is positive with the negative things that he says. So a lot of things I agree with the dude on. I agree what he's doing for the community. I agree what he does for the children. But then he says things like, F all them little ninja babies. They all going to the penitentiary anyway. I don't care about them little ninjas. But you just said yesterday that you were at a school talking to troubled youth. So what happens when that troubled youth who's all enthralled with you looks at what you just said? So now he's psychologically screwed up because he's like, I know nobody never cared about me. Look what he just said. He come over and just said that because the cameras was right there. I'm finna go tear up the neighborhood some more. Out of a psychological disassociation within of what's right and what's wrong. If a person give you an inkling of what's right, so, so I don't really know what to say about the cat, man. You haven't heard too much from him, but I think if he would have just stuck to a certain, because the thing is, first off, you got put on in jail. To us, that's, okay, I need to meet your mama, your sister, or somebody, and they need to bring that sack, or you need to hold all these weapons.
Yeah.
Or your mama needs to send me that money. That's weak jailhouse recruits on the West Coast. Then, when you denounced it, you call it a dropout. We don't acknowledge dropouts. We punk them, we get rid of them. There's no I used to be. Get the hell up out of here. That's what it is. So, those two things right there. Then you went to jail, you always talking about you killed someone. It was 5 or 6 of you who killed a boy for a starter jacket, and you weren't even the shooter. So who did you kill? Nothing. No one. But you sit up there and always talk about you killed someone. Anyone has killed anyone, man, they don't brag about that, man. For one, the action speaks for itself. It's a horrific thing to do. They put so many bodies on me in my lifetime. I used to laugh, man. I'd be somewhere out of state, and they say I flipped this dude. And I'd be like, damn. I remember the police pulled up on me and a dude named Rathon one time from Atlantic Drive and said to both of us, they saying you killed him, and they saying you killed him, but we know you was in Oakland talking about me. And said, Rat, we knew you was at the Bronco Inn with them 2 girls. But they saying y'all killed him. And the word in the streets, every time he ran across somebody, they said he killed this dude. And every time I ran across him, they said I killed him. So dudes who do them type of things, the streets speak for themselves on it, whether it's fabricated or not. So you ain't killed nobody, Charleston. Stop it. You went to jail, you became a dropout. Stop it. You was a failure in every aspect of the street life that you were in. You tried to sell dope, that didn't work. You tried to pimp, that didn't work. You tried the gangbang thing, that didn't work. You in your correct lane. Stay in it, you cool, no beef with you. If you want to shout my name out, Charleston, say urban realness. Say the Bri-Dog, you can't pronounce it right. Make them come look for me, Charleston. Thank you.
Do y'all have any mutual people?
He and I?
Yes.
Actually, yeah, Dewberry.
Oh, Dewberry seemed mad cool too.
Dewberry, we had our, I interviewed Dewberry, and Dewberry is a mellow dude. We had our agreed to disagree. And then once we both became analytical, because I'm quite sure after every one of these interviews, not only when you're editing, at your alone time at night, you become analytical of what was said. And you go over it in your head. It's the same thing. Every encounter that I have every day with a person, I program myself, even if it's just a hi to a stranger up the street. I remember that stranger at the end of the day during my alone time. I remember every conversation I have. That was detrimental to my survival in prison. I had to analyze every conversation every day. So I brought that to society. That's a part of my DNA now. So once I started analyzing certain things that Dewberry was saying about me, and I understood what was going on, then he and I were able to talk on the telephone. We were able to get on the platform together, and nothing but respect and love for him. Because what people don't know about Dewberry, when I met him, he raised so much money on his own out of the streets for the juveniles and the kids. When I say juveniles, I'm not saying as in a delinquent, but the juveniles and the kids, and did a football league at his park in his neighborhood.
Salute to Dewberry for that.
So, that's an unsung hero. So, yeah, Dewberry, I ain't got nothing but respect for him. So we have a mutual acquaintance.
Got you. So, okay. So, LA politics. You got LA, you got Compton. What's the difference?
Compton is this. We're our own city, first off. We have our own mayor. We have our own, now we have Los Angeles County Sheriffs. We have our own school district. We have our own city council. I can't vote for the mayor of LA. LAPD can't come to Compton unless it's what's called a hot pursuit. They were chasing someone and, that kind of thing. So the difference on the street politics is if you're from Los Angeles or any gangs in LA or anywhere outside of Compton, you can't dictate to the Compton Crips or to the Compton Pyrus at all. We're forced to be reckoned with. You know, no disrespect to Los Angeles, nothing, you know. But a dude from LA can't tell me shit. Save that bullshit. Who you talking to? Homie?
But hold it up. They can't say it. Yeah, we get Compton man here.
Compton? Compton made. You can't tell me shit. What you better do is give me 50 feet if you're trying to tell me something. And it's the same thing with me dictating to Los Angeles, except when we're incarcerated and dudes are the heads of the Crip car. Then that's a totally different thing. But I'm talking about in the streets. So LA, we have a saying, it's the hub and the dub, which they call Compton City of the Hub. That's our city slogan. And the dub is Watts. Okay. So we say the hub and the dub with neighborhood love. The neighborhood are the neighborhood Crips in LA. You know, and they're the only Crips left that don't align themselves with Bloods. So it's the hub and the dub with neighborhood love. We got love for the neighborhoods because they stay true to this Crip.
So it is other Crip sets that align themselves with Bloods?
Yeah. Yeah. They had a thing once upon a time called Suhu, Moving and Grooving, which simply stood for Suhu is the Bloods, Moving is the Gangsters, and Grooving is the Hoovers. They aligned themselves together. Then they had A's, Ways, and Lows, which were the 5 Trey Avalons gangsters, the 5 Deuce Broadway gangsters, and the Pueblo Bishops who were Bloods. So they aligned themselves. So, you know, it was like, wow, you know, you're riding with Bloods on, even though I don't subscribe to the gangbangers mentality and way of life any longer. You know, I'm of the streets, not in the streets. I could never ride with a Blood against a Crip. Never. I can't even fathom it. It's just like, it's like saying you're speaking Chinese and Arabic with me combined, and I can't fathom both languages. Every other word is of the Chinese dialect, and every other word is Arabic. That's how foreign it is to me, the concept. So, you know, it's the hub and the dub with neighborhood love. I'm
so confused because neighborhood is what? Because I see a lot of people say neighborhood, but what is neighborhood?
Okay, neighborhood is, okay, this is a quick rundown that I can of neighborhood. We'll say the most popular one first. Neighborhood Rolling 60s. They're neighborhood Crips. Neighborhood Rolling 40s. Neighborhood 111s, 111th Street.
So is it the numbers?
It's neighborhood is in front of or behind it. They like all Compton Crips, like I'm from Carver Park, Compton Crip, CPCC. Then you have Mona Park Compton Crip, MPCC. You have neighborhood Compton Crip. You have Santana Block Compton Crip. All of us are in with a CC.
Got you.
That signifies Compton Crips. So all the neighborhoods, it doesn't matter what gang you're from in LA, if it ends with neighborhood, NH, then they're in the alliance. So it's all the neighborhoods in LA. There's so many of them, but they're the ones that stay true to the format of Cripping.
Got you.
So all the neighborhoods get along with each other. They may, you know, you may fight your little brother or big brother here and there, but you get your asses back together, you know, but all the neighborhoods rock together. So all the Comptons, we respect the neighborhoods when we go to Los Angeles County Jail because they're staying pure to the form of Cripping. As where the other Crip gangs align themselves with Bloods. Well, Comptons in the county jail, I mean, everybody basically gets along now because we have a common adversary, yet we don't rock together like we buddies and kick it and all that. So how can I get along, or how can I go to your neighborhood on the streets and I'm a young kid that's called myself a blood killer, and I get over to your neighborhood and your Crips and it's 20, 30 Bloods over there kicking it.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything to them.
Yeah.
So we distance ourselves from that. We get along with, Comptons pretty much get along with everybody in Los Angeles. And whenever I go to LA, I make sure I have on Compton gear because it's like a safeguard. So dudes will push up on me and they're like, oh, he from Compton. That kind of demeanor. It's like, oh, he from Compton. Because what people may say, well, man, you so old, why should you even worry about a young dude? Well, I can tell you 2 stories. I'm not going to mention their names, but good friends of mine. And a little kid walked up on one of them, where you from? And he told him. And he said, well, man, I'm 56 years old. Homie, don't you see these grades in my head? He said, so what, you from there? And Dome the homie. Okay, so just because we OGs, you have to bear in mind, if you 16, 14, 15, 18, all the way up to 28, 30, and you're active, and a guy from my section killed a guy from your section last night, even though I don't subscribe to that, and you know I don't. And you know I'm an old man with grays. You still gonna dome me.
And you get a lot of stripes off that too, right?
If I'm the right G, you get a lot. Yeah, a kid told me about 2 months ago, I was pushing one of the young homeboys. He said, cuz, if an MF flip you, he got stripes. So it was like a Mike Tyson knockout when he did. You know how Mike can knock you out, go back to the corner, you don't even know you knocked out? It hit me when I got to the stoplight, what he's just said. I pulled over. I said, what you talking about, man? Because I'm thinking like, are you trying to do something to me?
He letting you know, yeah.
Why would you even say this, right?
Yeah.
So he said, no, homie, we was talking about G's the other day in the hood. And your name came up in that, who would we ride for? And it came up on, that would be a hell of a stripe if they got Bri.
Damn.
And so I'm like, wow, you dudes be talking about that. And they said, well, yeah, we said it's only X amount of dudes in the neighborhood could tell us what to do. And you want them. And whoa, no. If you want to impress me, go to coding school. If you want to impress me, become a welder. If you want to impress me, pool your money and open up something in the hood. See, you can't impress me with going to knock one of them guys off. That don't impress me. Because one of them guys that you're going to knock off, me and his homeboy rocked together in the feds like we was this. Because not only were we from Southern California, we were from the gang culture, so we were in the same car.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so, yeah, dude told me that, man, told me I was a hell of a strike.
So you completely change your life around. You no longer subscribe to the mentality, the activity, and the mentality of it. What was it that, besides doing 18 years in prison, how long into your bid did it hit you that, hold on? Well, when you're in there, you still have to be who you have to be, because if not, you get your head knocked off, right or wrong.
Well, to a certain degree. I mean, me, I could do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't say that out of arrogance or phenomenal ego, but, man, get out of my face. Let somebody else deal with that. Yet I had the responsibility when I was out of town to make sure that the structure was ran correctly, because I'm a G homeboy and it fell on me. So, it's no walking away like that. Yet, my son was my little homeboy from my neighborhood, meaning named after me. And he was killed when he was 18. So he was the catalyst of me, like, damn. And then 3 years later, my brother was killed. He's a Count the Crip too. So it was like that, the combination of that and the looking at all these lifers and these dudes never going home for mystery drugs and watching dudes getting locked up for showing firearms on videos and things of that, and just the whole dynamics of the feds and how you get locked up. And then, like, damn, I wasted all these years. I should have been a multimillionaire either in the drug game or in corporate America. So, and then I just, I didn't have a celly for 12 years. So I had a lot of alone time for retrospect, introspect, whatever kind of spec you want to call it. Every kind of spec it was in my alone time. And I was in an environment that stayed on lockdowns, 3-4 murders a week, sometimes at a time. So when my son got killed, I said, man, you got to do something, man. So I started going to school. And I've always been a firm believer in education to key to success. So I started getting degreed up. I started telling the homies, and all the guys who was in the feds with me, young cats, will tell you, you get your GED, dog, gonna give you anywhere from $50 to $500. Get your GED, homie. This is what I told the young homies. Stay a rider up in here. Don't duck nothing. You might be called up the bat to go put in that work, homie, but get your GED if nothing else. So I started looking at economics. I don't have any oil wells in my backyard. I don't have any diamond fields in my front yard. I don't have any money trees where I can go, let me go pick 100 off here today. No, I need about 400. Let me get 2 of these 50s and some of these 20s. Bullshit. I was the only broke millionaire in the feds. Everybody else was a millionaire. So I started saving my money my last 10 years. I became economist. I started thinking, what is economically sound? I started telling myself 5 times a day that I'm going to succeed at this at different times of the day. To became a norm to tell myself this. So when I came home, it became a part of my DNA. I never had a job. I got a job separating feces. I had to put Vicks vapor stuff in my nose when I first started working because I was throwing up. But I humbled myself because I said, you're in here making $120 a month from the Europeans. And you mean tell me you can't get out here and work, homie?
Mm.
You know, dudes are happy to make 12 cents an hour, 17 cents an hour.
Mm.
You know, so that was my transformation when my son got killed. Yeah.
Was he in the streets? He was active?
He was feared.
Mm.
Okay, put you like this. You know that rapper Jabba and all his little crew?
Yeah.
They all have my portrait tattooed on them.
Oh, wow.
The rapper, I think his name is Savi Third or Swavi Third or something.
I don't know.
He's a real popular rapper out of Long Beach. He has a song that came out and said one of them nights. And he was saying, I had to get D to Burner because he was catching the train to Compton and he might get into something. He's talking about my son.
Mm.
My son, at his age, had a reputation that was akin to mine's at 16.
Mm.
Long Beach Jordan High School he went to donated 3 school buses to fill up for his funeral.
Mm. And you was incarcerated?
I was incarcerated.
Was you able to go?
No.
See that?
But he and I had a conversation every day. I got all his emails. Every day I gave him a word. The last word I gave him was a recalcitrant, which means refuse to submit.
Mm.
And every day I gave him a word and said, using the correct sentence structure. And I was guiding him. I said, man, go to the Air Force, dude.
Mm.
When you get out, Pops will be out. We can buy up everything in the hood. I said, because the average gang member does minimum 5 years in California.
Mm.
Just we'll do 6 in the Air Force, man. Then when I touch, and so I started guiding him. He missed his ride that night.
Mm.
And that was his last night in this world, as we know it.
Mm.
So, you know, that started me on the path to you know, in the direction I was going. But don't get it fucked up. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm.
I started on that path in 2013, but in 2016, I butchered my cellie for stealing from me. I surely did. $172, not $150. He got 172 staples in his face. I hit him like this with 2 razors for stealing.
So what he stole from you?
He stole $300 from me. And that's a lot of money in prison.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wow.
You know, and I told him, now to show you transformation though, I set him in the cell, big old kid, about 6'3", 6'4", big old chunky guy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, I don't have cell visitors. No one in their right mind to come in here. You've been spending the money on this drug that you use. I've already done my homework. On the souls of my son and daughter, rest in peace, because I lost a daughter too. I said, I won't even do nothing to you, bro. I'll move out of the cell and we'll work out a payment plan. If you just say to me, Bri-Dee, my habit got the best of me and I stole from you. I said, I'm gonna say it again, bro. On the souls of my son and daughter, rest in peace. I won't do nothing to you. We'll keep it between you and I. We'll work out a payment plan and I'll move. You know what this clown told me?
What?
Man, I didn't get you. I said, hold up, Tiger. You're growing up now. Have a seat. I said, how do you think this story's going to turn out? I said, I'll tell you how it's going to turn out. It's going to turn out ugly. I got to go back to work, bro. All right, peace out. And I went back to work. I went and told Lil Demrock from Main Street. I went and told Vic from T-Zone. I went and told Yellow from 5'9" East Coast. I'm going to butcher my celly, bro. I said, I'm going to butcher my celly. First, I was going to go into chow. I said, I'm going to go into chow. I'm going to butcher my celly, and I'm going to butcher the known snitches that I know the snitches, and I'm going to throw the burner down and get up against the wall and tell the police, all right, I'm ready to go. And then I thought about it, and I said, no, I've never $150'd anyone. And I know it sounds barbaric, but this is how I was living. So I did what I had to do. And the feds, if they write your name wrong or a date wrong, you beat the write-up. They gave me 5 write-ups and they wrote everything wrong on them. So I beat the write-up after 10 months in the hole. But he has to forever, every time he looks in the mirror, he has to think about the error of his ways. And plus he got his mother 30 years. I come to find that out.
Oh, he snitched on his mom?
Yeah, he got his mother 30 years.
Woo.
Yeah.
You did a lot of ad seg box time.
Yeah, whole time. Yeah.
For the people that
you're 23 hours in a 5x9.
So you could touch the walls.
Literally. depends on what joint you're in, but you're 23 hours in a cell and 1 hour recreation if they take you out for that 1 hour. And that's only Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sundays you in there. And me, most of the time, when I did the whole time, I used to just tell the players, bring somebody in there, I'm gonna kill them.
Damn.
So they wouldn't bring nobody in there because I had a reputation of being an assaultive individual. So I'd sit there by myself, I'd read a gang of books, and I'd go on, I developed the habit of looking out the window. And when I did get a cell, he said, "Why are you always looking out the window?" I said, "You don't see what I see, man?" He like, "What do you see?" I see a nice car. I see a nice house by the beach. I see my grandkids. I see me building with my children.
Manifestation.
He was like, "Man, you crazy." He said, "They said you was crazy, man." But he didn't see what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
See, I never called it my cell. It's my government assigned quarters.
Mm.
And the police have this habit of saying to your prison, "Where do you live at?" So when they ask me, "Where you live at?" I'm like, "I live in Compton." "Why? Where you live at?" "No, where do you live at?" "I live in Compton, California." What's up? Where you live at?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, what cell are you in?" I'm like, "Oh, my government assigned quarters? Oh, I'm in 308 in A2. Yeah. Oh, okay. You should have asked that, bro.
Yeah.
Don't ask me where I live at. Because I never allowed myself, as much time as I did, to become institutionalized. This is what we signed up as gang members, and any gang member listening to this, I'm telling you, young dudes, get as much coochie as you can get, try to leave behind a couple of children, shoot as many as the dudes that are top shooters so we can get rid of two of you at the same time. You're going to get life, you're going to be dead. We ain't got to worry about a little kid getting shit out in inadvertently. When you get to the county facility, stab as many people as you can so when you get to the penitentiary, your reputation precedes you. And learn how to masturbate, unless you're gay. Because you're not going to buck the 4-to-1 odds, which are death, life on installment plan, or being in a wheelchair, or succeed. I don't know one successful gangbanger. I've not met them yet. And I've been from my neighborhood over 40 years. That is my public service announcement. This is what you signed up for. Don't go to jail crying. When I told my young cellie, shit, I remember when I had 14 years left. He's like, "Damn, you say that like that ain't shit." I said, "I walked it down, homie. I got a strong constitution. I knew what I signed up for. This is part of it. So don't cry now. So leave some babies behind. So hopefully some of them, they yours, not mama's babies, daddy's baby. So when your mother look at them, she can see you. Don't worry about that girl. She didn't leave you, you left her." See, that's what dudes be having to twist it. She dropped out on me. You dropped out on her. And you left her with a penis habit. So don't get mad when she giving her vagina a party. She's supposed to kick the habit because you had to kick the vagina? Fuck out of here. I used to tell dudes, get away from me with that sorry ass soft shit.
Yeah, right. What is the box like besides it being 5x9? How did you keep your sanity though?
Well, me, I got a lot of friends in my head.
Is that good or bad though? Is that good or bad?
It's both. Because some of them say, "You hear what he said to you?" And another one might say, "I heard what he said." I'm like, "Hold up, I heard him kick back." No, fuck that. Like, hold up, homie, I'm in charge. No, man, you're. Another one like, "Man, pick that thumper up." I'm like, "Fuck that, I'm gonna do one better." "What you gonna do?" And "Fuck it, I'll pick the thumper up." So friends in the head, they could be bad. Or the friends in the head could say, "Boy, he lucky you ain't 2 months younger."
Yeah.
He know not what he doeth. Because I used to tell dudes like this in the feds, man. "Hey, man, I'm asking you one thing. Are you willing to go to the lengths I'm willing to go to?" That's one. Two, if I offended you, whether I think I offended you or not, I humbly apologize.
Yo, you know what? I don't want to cut you, but I do have to say this. I'm the type of individual that if I did something and I didn't have no malicious intent, but you were hurt by something I did or said, and I know I didn't have no malicious intent, yo, I apologize to you. That's always be like, because again, it's times where I might have said something that I didn't know, and if you could tell me how it hurt you or affected you in a negative way, you know what? I didn't have no malicious intent, or it wasn't meant for you, or might even seem subliminal towards you. I apologize. That's the type of man that I am. Always been like that, but continue.
Okay. I evolved into that type of man.
Okay.
To where I tell you, If I offended you, whether I think I did or not, I humbly apologize. Don't raise your voice to me. Can we resolve this as two men? But I want you to understand this. I don't know how to fight, and I am not scared of you.
Yeah.
So in prison, if I'm telling you I don't know how to fight and I am not scared of you, you better read between the lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yet I'm telling you, I humbly apologize. Now I'm at the stage in my life that if I offended you, I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
We can agree to disagree. Check your feelings at the door when you're talking to me. Save them for your girl, your goldfish, your children, mommy, the puppy, whatever.
Yeah.
Just don't bring them here.
Yeah, got you.
You know.
He got tapped out again. He'll be right back, y'all. Yo, man, if you like the content, you like what we doing here, you like what I'm doing over here as far as the interviews, you know, I've been doing this for a very, very long time. Please hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Super chat is open. The super chat is open as well as the Cash App. Go ahead though.
Yeah, so damn it, Wes. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was Melly Mel, the hood postman.
Melly Mel, you next. Yeah, he
so
getting on his next. Yeah.
He's on my way. He's on his way over here.
Okay.
But you know, so I learned in growth. Even in the politics of the streets that cats have asked me to involve myself in, which I refuse to do right now. Because I don't want the attachment of I'm still a participant. And it's a dangerous game, man. I quit doing this. Say Doggie Diamonds is an adversary, and I got a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old nephew that are active.
Mm-hmm.
Doggie Diamond is doing everything for the community. He's on a positive note.
Mm-hmm.
But my 19-year-old, 17-year-old don't know this. So when I see Doggie Diamond, I'm like, what's up, man? Boo, boo, holler at your boy. And we exchange numbers and everything, right? And then when I get in the car with my 17-year-old nephew and my 19-year-old nephew, and bear in mind, Doggie Diamond homeboys came through and killed one of their childhood friends. I don't know about that because I don't care about that. I don't subscribe to it, right? So I said, yeah, that's Doggie Diamonds back in the day. Man, he bust on such and such. He bust on such and such and so on. Now, what is that 17-year-old, 19-year-old going to do? Because I inadvertently put you back out there.
Mm-hmm.
When they see you, they're going to gun you down because you are what? A stripe. So I quit doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't try to put myself in a position to where dudes are saying what I did back in the day. So I don't want to get involved right now in the street politics on certain things going on in Compton. But Gangster and Bodacious and different fellas, you know, from different factions of Compton are trying to put together something right now. Where a lot of, you know, they did it before and they could do it again. And I lend my support to that.
Got you. So, social media, how could they stay in contact with you? How could they, you know, just tap in with you and hear more of your bills? You have a YouTube also, right?
I have a YouTube, and I would love if y'all would subscribe. Subscribe. It's called Urban Realness, aka Urban Real. It's my YouTube channel.
Urban Wellness.
Urban Realness.
Urban Realness. Okay.
AKA Urban Real.
Urban Realness. Okay.
Yeah. So you know, I'm currently building the channel up. I'm going to fill it up with content this week, and I have 3 shows on there. Actually, if I could expound, if not,
go ahead. By all means.
No, one of them is going to be called My Pedigree, because I get so tired of this dude being 16, 17, 18 years old, signed to a label, and he had 1,000 kilos and 1,000 murders, and he was in these trap houses. So since you gangster rappers or street rappers want to get out there and say that, on my channel, I'm going to go all the way back to elementary school and follow you all the way up to your sign and see how many trap houses you really were in. Because I'm tired of you misleading juveniles and kids who think that shit's cool while you live behind barred gates in the suburbs. So My Pedigree is going to be one show. Another show I'm going to do is called We Salute the Grind. I'm going to take everyone across the United States, different cities, on a weekly basis on entrepreneurs and nonprofits that are doing something constructive in our communities. Only people of color. That means black, brown, yellow, red. No Europeans. I don't need them. Okay? You know, that's our problem. Always wanting to incorporate them in our shit.
Factual.
Right? So I'm doing My Pedigree. I'm doing We Salute the Grind. And then I'm just doing everyday trending topics, but I'm not doing social media spats. I'm not doing tear down brothers. I'm not doing none of that. If a brother needs to get hung up on that tree, then he'll get hung up. But he only need to get hung up because it's in agreement with us as a culture. Like, he ain't doing nothing for us. If he's a Larry Elder, if y'all don't know who he is, y'all need to look him up.
Word.
You know, if he's one of those, you got to go, bro. You know, so My channel will be fully operational this week. Everything, all the bells and whistles will be done. It's called Urban, because we're from the urban, we're urbanites. Realness, urban realness.
They already
AKA
subbing right
urban.
now. They're saying they subbing right now as we speak.
Yeah, so and I am going to build it up, and there's no discrimination with any geographical area that holds Black people, from Mount Olive, Mississippi to Mount Vernon, New York. You dig what I'm saying? From Baton Rouge, Louisiana to Beverly Hills, Baldwin Hills, California. There's no discrimination. I will have a phone, this phone right here. I'm going to pick it up and show y'all. This phone right here will be activated in the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that can call this phone, I don't care about you pranksters and all that, but it's going to be for people who want to be on We Salute the Grind.
Mm.
I don't care what part of the nation you're from, and we'll schedule you. I may say things like this. This week ain't nothing but New Yorkers, y'all, in New Jersey, in Philadelphia. This week is nothing but down south. This week is the West Coast. So I believe in keeping the playing field even. And we're going to background check what your business is. We're not going to have no little shell companies or none of that. And we're going to highlight you on We Salute the Grind, man. It's for nonprofits and for people of color. So that's what I'm into, and that's the direction I'm going in.
So I thank you. Salute to Hayru for putting this together. Salute to Melly Mel, all the G's on the West Coast. Y'all don't be understanding. I'm tapped in north, south, east, west. I could go anywhere on this globe and know all the G's and get love in every hood. And I'm anywhere my people is at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
I got to cut you off real quick. See, what they don't get, Doggie Diamonds come out this way. He got a house in Playa del Vista. He got a king-size bed, California king waiting on him. He got an immaculate house waiting on him. He got an immaculate pad waiting on him to come lay his head wherever he want to come here. Bedroom a little junky because it's paperwork on the bed.
Yeah.
He got a pad to come to. He got a lack to jump in. He got the blue carpet treatment, as we say.
Yeah.
I had to cut it off, but this is you. Whenever you come to Canada, I know you got your people, and I know you got your dividends or your increments or whatever the hell that would call them, increments. But I salute you and thank you so much, man.
Man, I thank you for coming on here. I thank you for enlightening some people. And we got it done. But remember, my platform is your second home. So anytime you got to build and you want to promote something or you got something going on, we talk on the phone anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna make it happen. So OG, I'm gonna sign you out. I'll build with you later on. I'll make sure that your YouTube is the first pinned comment when I get out of here. And later on.
All right, peace, man.
Peace.
Love you. One love.
Yep.
One love to these coasts.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right.
So that was the OG Bri-Dee from Compton, California. So the importance of having people like that on the show is he has a been there, done that mentality. He's trying to show the youth that if you want to go to jail forever, you want to die, you want to be maimed, you want to be stabbed, you want to be in that wheelchair, keep subscribing to that life and keep it going, because that's where you're going to end up at. Luckily, fortunately, he was able to escape some of those things, but he didn't leave unscathed. He lost a son, lost a daughter, and lost a lot of his life, and could have lost his mind. That is the point of bringing people like that on here. It's not to glorify anything. See, y'all get it misconstrued. Some of y'all that are not from environments, oh, this gang stuff is stupid. Yeah, it might be stupid to you because you wasn't born into it, you wasn't forced into it, and you might not have that mentality. And congratulations to you. But one thing we never do is condemn people for their trials and tribulations, especially when they are living testament to tell you their trials and tribulations, and also tell you, because it might not be you, it might be your kids. Remember, a lot of children who turn to this street life have good parents. They come from two-parent homes too. It's not always people in the ghetto. It's people from two-parent homes, people with a good mother and father. They mother work every day to support them, and they still succumb to what's going on in these streets. So again, I'm going to bring on a lot more OGs. This is never to be this is not about glorification. It's about edification, because some of y'all need to be damn edified because y'all listening to rappers and dummies on Clubhouse and all these people who are always making something seem like it's a lifestyle when it's really a death style. It ain't no lifestyle. It's a death style. You are what you are. If he was a Crip, he's going to be a Crip to the day he died because he signed up. But that don't mean that you're an active gang banger, gang member in the street. I am what I am. So to everybody out there who could hear my voice right now, who could see me right now, I salute you. I thank you. Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't shout out to every member of every street organization. Just do it the right way. Do what you have to do. Whether you Crip, Blood, Latin King, Yeta, even if you made up something with your crew, you know what I'm saying? Salute to you too. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to know how to get on this channel, if you want to know how we could do some business or something like that, I have a promotion available right now. For only $350, I'll interview you. Check this out. Also, if you need any promotion, for $100, I promote whatever you need on my social medias and my website. That's my Twitter, Facebook, Insta Stories, YouTube community, and my website, www.doggiediamondstv.com, which will be featured on in the top box. Hit me up on Instagram at Doggie Diamonds for your promo. Serious inquiries only. Also, you see these banners right here? Your banner could be there. Your name, your brand, whatever you want could be a part of the live stream. You will be featured right there. You see that banner down there? Or even when I'm on this right here, your banner will be down here for the bill. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up. You see what it said? Get your banner here. Your banner will go there, but it would be bigger. It would be this size if you buy a banner. So that's what it is. I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. Until next time, peace. I'm going to edit some more footage and put some more footage out. Peace, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'll probably be back later. Peace. Yes, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe to the OG channel. If you're not subscribed here and you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell to get all notifications. Leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. I'm Doggie Diamonds on everything. Instagram, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So until next time, peace.